The twilight painted the horizon in golden hues as soldier Alexander bid farewell to his beloved, Elena, with a kiss laden with promises. The call of war echoed, and he departed, leaving behind the warmth of his beloved's embrace and the promise of a return. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. While war raged in distant lands, Elena waited, her heart heavy with anxiety, her gaze fixed on the horizon. Alexander's letters were her only solace, words written with love and hope. He narrated stories of courage and determination, but also revealed the longing that consumed him. One day, a letter arrived, different from the others. The words were shaky, and the paper was stained with ink and tears. Alexander wrote of exhaustion, of the darkness that surrounded him, of the prolonged battles. Elena, with a heavy heart, read and reread each line, feeling a foreboding. Time passed, and the letters became more spaced out, until they ceased altogether. Desperate, Elena decided to set out in search of her beloved, ignoring the pleas of her family and the risks she would face. In lands ravaged by war, she traversed battlefields and villages in ruins, following the trail of destruction. Until, on a gray morning, she found him. Alexander, more worn down than she had ever imagined, stood before her. Their eyes met, laden with emotion and pain. He whispered her name, like a prayer, and she embraced him, enveloping him in her protection. The silence between them was filled with all the unspoken words, with all the fear and suffering they had shared apart. But in that moment, the reunion was the only truth that mattered. Alexander had come back to her, and together they would face the scars of war, guided by the love that had kept them united, even in the darkest moments. And so, under the sorrowful gaze of the moon, they walked together, ready to begin anew and find the peace they yearned for, carrying with them the promise of a love that had endured all adversities.